I'm live, and it's a lot darker than I thought it would be. But I just thought I'd come on and say hello. Um, this webcam has terrible quality. I mean, this is like 2008 level video. But I thought I'd come on and say hello, and I thought I'd come on and talk about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and how I think he is improving Manchester United. Uh, I've been Ole in for really the beginning, mainly because he's a Manchester United fan, and I felt like that was very important. Comment, by the way, if you just want to say hello, that's always nice. But I've been supporting Ollie from the beginning, uh, from the start when it was going really well, the collapse, and now obviously supporting him again. The reason I supported Ollie was he is a Manchester United fan, and he actually loves the club. And when you look at the previous managers, Louis van Gaal, Jose Mourinho, and obviously the Glazer board, they don't love the club, and that's why I think they've been struggling. I mean, they completely left the Manchester United philosophy. Moyes had it but struggled, but big signings like Alexis Sanchez, even Romelu Lukaku, Angel Di Maria, Falcao. These are not Manchester United players, and anyone could see that. Even spending 90 million on Paul Pogba, I personally didn't agree with that. Although I do like Pogba, I wouldn't sell him. But I do think overall these weren't Manchester United signings. But Ollie has made good signings. He signed Harry Maguire, who's the captain. Obviously spent a lot of money on him, but I do rate Maguire. I just don't rate him with Lindelof. I think he's much better with Eric Bailly. Dan James, 15 million. Okay, has it worked out amazing? Probably not, but I think they could get the money back on him. And Aaron Wan-Bissaka was about 50 million, and he, in my opinion, has been very, very good and was very good yesterday in the 9-1 or 9-0. 9-0, even better. The signing of Bruno Fernandes was probably one of the best signings, maybe in the history of the club, at least in my lifetime. Well, I'd say Cristiano would probably be first, but in my lifetime, he's second to Ronaldo. And Gallo, okay, not so good, but even in this transfer window in the summer, where I question whether he really made those transfers, 35 million for Donny van der Beek was a good price, although he hasn't been playing, but it was a good price. Edison Cavani was actually a player who I said is not a Manchester United player, and has proved me wrong. He is playing fantastic. Let me think. Who else did they sign? They obviously signed Palestri. Oh, and Alex Telles, who I think has certainly helped in the competition for left back, and has made Luke Shaw much, much better. Although I've always rated Luke Shaw, he certainly has taken him to another level having that competition. So, in regards to the transfers, Manchester United's team is much more capable and much stronger than it was, let's say, well, when did he take over? 2 years ago or so. Um, they're much better. They're in a much better position. They're playing well. They're scoring lots of goals, as I say, 9-0. Second in the league at the moment. And I think Ollie will go all the way. I really do. I think Ollie's going to take United to win a Premier League, to win a Champions League, to win an FA Cup, to win a League Cup. At the moment, he's struggling. He's finishing in the semi-finals, but I think he's going to go all the way with this team. If he gets the backing of the board, he'll definitely go all the way. But I think Ole has done something which was very difficult when he took over, and he has brought back the Manchester United ethos, the Manchester United way of playing football, the Manchester United transfer system, or whatever you would call it. But he's made good transfers, and Ole, in my opinion, is has been fantastic. So I think that's very good for Manchester United. Obviously, 9-0, record breaking, a record equaling against Southampton. I watched the game. They played fantastic. They looked great. They're a great team, great energy in the team, which is very important. They're very energetic. They want to play. Players that I didn't rate have turned out to have changed my mind. The main player being Fred. I said for years Fred was a flop, but I can't say that anymore because Fred is a workhorse. He is playing very well. Players, I guess I never truly really rated McTominay, and I would say there's a little bit of that still there, but I see his qualities now. Uh, Mainly because I would actually say he's more of an attacking player. He's not great when he's playing in that defensive two with Fred. But yeah, I think he has been very good. He scored a good goal yesterday. He scored some good long range goals, good accuracy on the shots. Going forward this season, if you look at the likes of Martial, scored two yesterday, hasn't been scoring as of late. Personally, a guy who I think could be very much one of the best strikers in the world if you can get him going, which is hard. But it was good seeing him score the two goals. You got Rashford. Manchester United desperately need a right wing player. They need someone on that right flank. It's a problem because Greenwood, quite frankly, isn't a player in that position. Um, Dan James, as I've already alluded to, I don't really think is amazing. So if they were to sign someone, people talk about Sancho, although from what I've seen, plays on the left. He can play on the right. Rashford can play on the right, but he seems to be more naturally gifted on the left. So you don't want to conflict with Rashford and Sancho. But if they sign Sancho, I certainly wouldn't say it's a bad signing. He's English. He's young. He's got a lot going for him. I'd imagine even from the commercial side, he's very easy to advertise and to use as a very important player in the commercial side of Manchester United. So things are looking up. If we're talking about transfers and what areas I think United need to improve, as I said, someone who can play on the right wing, someone in centre defence. Centre defence, Lindelof and Maguire. I don't trust them. I think Maguire's a good player, but he's not playing with someone who really brings out the best in him. Uh, Personally, I would be playing him on the right side of defence because he's a right-footed player, and bringing a left-sided centre back, someone who could maybe be a bit quick, so Maguire doesn't feel the need to stay back. Maguire's a little bit clumsy on the ball, so someone who really is just a calming presence, which I know is a lot easier to say than it is to actually buy. But it's a left-sided centre back who really knows what they're doing, who's quick, who is very trusted on the ball, and I think you're going to be watching United play a higher line, which obviously in turn means they'll be able to score more goals. Hopefully, Pogba stays. Pogba is one of the best players in the world, although we haven't seen all of that. But I do think he is a very good player, and he is coming into his own. And he's a kind of guy, if you can play him higher up the pitch. I mean, one of the things that I'm a little bit sort of surprised at is how deep Pogba actually plays. When he does start, he seems to be playing as a defensive midfielder, when I really see him as more of a playmaker. You've got Bruno Fernandes in front of him. People say they don't play together. I don't get that. Of course they can. They play very well together. But we've got Pogba playing on the left wing. You've got Pogba playing in defensive midfield. I don't know why he can't play as a number 8 or whatever it may be. I know he's a number 6, but I don't see why he can't. You've got the question of Bruno. Where can Bruno play, and who can play behind him, and what can you get out of them? But I personally think if you had a midfield three of Pogba, someone like Fred, or maybe even Matic or McTominay, behind Bruno Fernandes, with Rashford on the left and a confident player on the right, you would have a very good player and a very good team. And even then, if you can get, I think Martial has been a little bit of a victim of not having that many good chances, and the reason he's not had that many good chances is there's a problem this season, uh, and the attacking midfield. Bruno provides a lot, but you've got Greenwood playing most games on the right, who generally is a very selfish player. He takes a lot of shots, and that's okay for a centre forward, but really you would want him to be crossing more. And even Rashford, I would say, is a little bit problematic for that. He sometimes doesn't know the best pass. His positioning isn't always amazing. So when you're a centre forward, you're going to have a little bit of a tough time with that. But Ole seems to have got these players right behind him. I'm right behind him. I think he's a fantastic coach as well. People say he's a PE teacher. I don't like that. I think he's a very good coach. He's got the team playing very well, and he, in my opinion, will take United to the top. And There's a few people watching. If anyone has anything to say, uh, feel free to say it, or I will head off soon. And yeah, I'll maybe talk about the things I enjoy a bit more. I haven't really been posting much on uh, YouTube. If anyone wants to have any ideas, I like uh, wrestling, uh, football, sport. Really, I like most sport. And I may just come on from time to time to talk about it. But I think that's everything I have to say at the moment. I'm sure I'll think of more things to say because that's how it is. You come on here, you kind of just talk from the heart. There's certainly no plans before I do this, and then I'll come off and I'll think, oh, I forgot to say something important. So I'm sure I'll be back on soon. But yeah, hope everyone's very well, keeping well in these tough times, and have a fantastic evening. Take care.